What is up? What's going on, family? Johnny here, the military CEO from JohnnyLineup.com, and I wanted to drop in and walk you guys through my new blog article, Passive Income Strategies for Busy Professionals, Real Estate as Your Financial Safety Net. And I kind of want to talk to you guys because we already know right now that it's a fast-paced world. There's constant news update. There's always things going on. Political side of it, you have the geopolitical side with wars and conflicts that's going on. But at the same time, you have to find time to build your nest egg. It's no secret. And, trying to juggle your career, your family, your kids' schedule, your investments, your personal interests that you have for your own self is like, where do you find the time to get there? And how do you even save or even think about retirement, something 20, 30, or 40 years down the road? But for some, it could be within the next 10 or 5 years. And so that's the thing that we have to look at how we can create passive income and how we can set ourselves up for long-term success. So that's what we're going to talk about today and kind of walk you all through it. And you can go to my website, johnnylineup.com, and you can download it. But really, the thing that I want you all to realize is there is an alternative to the stock market. There is a way to create passive income. And when you think about it, with financial freedom, passive income is the holy grail when it comes to financial freedom. It's the income that you earn without actively working for it. And I always talk about you got to get to the point where you're an astute investor, where your money is working harder than you are having to physically work, trading your time for money. This can give you flexibility to spend more time with your family, pursue hobbies that you want to do, or even take that dream vacation you've been putting off. And for busy professionals, passive income is not just a luxury, it is a necessity because guess what? If you don't learn how to invest when you're young and when you're starting off, you're going to work till you die. I'll say that again. If you don't learn how to make your money work for you, you will have to work until you die. And one of the best ways outside of business ownership, which you could argue is a great way to build passive income. But for me, the journey that I went on and the vehicle that I found was real estate. And there's multiple passive income strategies out there, such as dividends from stocks. You get interest from bonds, or even get royalties from like a book or different creative work, music. But real estate stands out today still as a passive income juggernaut. And when you look at it, I was reading a Gallup poll here recently. Like for the last 14 years, real estate for long-term investment has outpaced stocks and bonds. And this is from Americans across the board, consumer sentiment, that real estate is the number one long-term investment out there over stocks and bonds, gold, and other potential investments out there. And it's for multiple reasons. And, we're going to talk about those today. But number one is the consistent cash flow. Unlike stocks and bonds that can be volatile, we talk about the roller coaster. We saw where the Nasdaq, back in August of 2024, it dropped over 10% from its recent high a month earlier in July. And the thing is that it swings, and if you're in the middle of dependent on that income, in retirement, then that could be scary as heck. If you're seeing the market crash and all your money is tied up in there because you're still trying to focus on growth, then you got to have alternatives. You got to be diversified, and that's where real estate comes in. But having that consistent cash flow is the number one thing that when you think about real estate, the number one benefit of it is that passive income. And I tell investors, like, when I buy apartment complexes and when we buy single families, like there is an active component. You have to set the asset up to get there. Like you don't just magically, well, there's some you pay a premium for where you can just buy the asset. It's already got a renter in place, it's stabilized. But a lot of times where the real growth is for our portfolio, we focus on value added real estate where we go in, we improve operations, we improve the actual units themselves, make improvement with contractors coming in doing renovations, and then we bring the rents up to market rent and we force appreciation and to get that cash flow that we really love, but it takes a little work. But the cash flow is definitely number one. Then number two, I call it the icing on the cake, is appreciation because over time, real estate goes up. If you're looking at where we are right now, 2024, real estate has risen nearly 40% over the last 5 years. Back to 2019, where you look at prices of housing is, you see it all around us. If you're a homeowner, or if you bought a home recently, that real estate has gone up and appreciated. And right along with it, inflation, in which that both go hand in hand because real estate is a great hedge against inflation. And we all understand and see where the inflation numbers are today. It's coming down. But guess what? Inflation, it deteriorates your buying power across the board. Tax benefits. Tax benefits is another huge one. Real estate investors that enjoy a range of tax advantages. One of the great tax advantages that emerged in 2017 with the Tax Act was bonus depreciation on commercial real estate. That it allows you to pull forward any depreciation that happens within 15 years or sooner. You are able to bring all that depreciation to the very first year and take that and bank that in and write those losses off against any potential passive income that you created. But if you're a real estate professional like myself, then guess what? You're able to augment your active income as well with those passive real estate losses, which is a powerful strategy. And of course, also you're able to deduct mortgage interest, property taxes, and depreciation. We just talked about with the bonus depreciation, all which goes to reducing your overall taxable income. And for me, for those that don't know my story, I got started using my VA loan in Middle Georgia, Warner Robins Air Force Base. And from there, in 2006, I bought my first property and actually got a check back at closing for $300. And, and with that, I was paying over $300 less than what my apartment cost me. And, it showed me the power of real estate. Even though I had an engineering degree, I didn't understand investments. I didn't have a strong financial background and really understand the power of everything that was happening and what was going on. So it was great to kind of go through that process and fast forward down to having over 120 doors, over a $14 million real estate portfolio. And it all started with one deal, using my VA loan, buying the first property and understanding, getting in, digging in, learning more and more information about it. Understanding how to get around other people who are successful at it and find mentorship and talking with other people that were on the same journey in order to get there. And you can do it too. But guess what? It all starts with that first deal, that first property, and making it work for you. And there's so many different strategies that we love to talk about. You have house hacking, where you can actually go in and rent out a room, rent out your basement, rent out your I even hear people that even rent out their pool in San Diego. I was speaking with somebody at the Military Influencer Conference last year in San Diego, and they rented their pool out and made an extra $14,000. But it's whatever you can do. You can rent out rooms or parts of the property in order to provide more income to cover your mortgage. House hacking. And you can have turnkey properties where you just buy rentals that's already purely rental properties. You don't live in them first and then rent them out. But just buying them with a tenant in place. Property management is usually included as well too. And guess what? From day one, you're bringing in that cash flow. Real estate syndications. If you don't want to manage properties yourself, you don't want to get involved with it, but like, hey, I want to get into bigger deals, and you want to invest and pool your money to get into bigger assets like apartment complexes. You could be a completely passive investor and then benefit from real estate as well that way. But the thing is, you want to vet the people that you're investing with 100%. You want to vet the operator, make sure that they're good, they know what they're doing, they have experience. But then also you want to make sure that they're a good fit for you for the time horizon or how long they plan to hold the asset, the business plan, making sure that it aligns with your goals and make sure that it fits your risk profile. So many times I talk with investors and they don't necessarily understand the risk that they're signing up for. If it's a value add and going through and improving units, that there's going to be probably high vacancy at a point in time where you're turning over a lot of units, which means guess what? Revenue is going to be lower. And so there may not be returns. And so really making sure that you understand the business plan, that it fits your risk profile and the timing for your investment is super critical to being successful as a real estate investor. Investing with experienced investors. If you're new to real estate, find a mentor, find somebody that's been there, done that, that can give you wisdom, that can share their experience, to help you streamline and accelerate your journey. And being able to learn from other investors' experience is a game changer with helping you accelerate your growth in this space as well too. And that's with anything in life. Being able to leverage someone that has a little gray hair, that's been there, done that, is going to allow you to be able to go and get where you're trying to go that much faster because they already traveled that world and they can tell you how to avoid those pitfalls and the hurdles that you need to stay away from. And guess what? The best time to buy real estate was 20 years ago. The next best time is now. getting involved, taking action, getting that first deal, start building momentum in your portfolio, and diversify from the stock market is critical for everybody that's looking to build passive income and get in real estate. Even where interest rates are, there's still deals out here. We bought an apartment complex, 20 unit last year with 100% owner financing. And the thing is, there's opportunities out here, but you got to get out here and get started, get and found it. Check out my blog article there. We got some different links you can check out with the Federal Housing Agency, with the Home Price Index, the National Association of Realtors, and some other sources that we did with this one. But make sure to drop in a comment. Let us know where you are in your real estate investing journey. What strategy stands out to you? What are you looking to do on the back end of 2024 in regards to your real estate goals? And let us know how we can connect with you and help you on your journey. And make sure you guys give a thumbs up, like this video if you like this one, share it with somebody if you know anybody else that's really looking focused on building generational wealth. And that's it for today. So make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and go to johnnylineup.com, grab the recent article, dig in a little bit more, and some of those links with some of the supporting data. And if we can help you on your real estate investing journey, just reach out, and we would love to have a conversation with you. All right, let's go, y'all. Let's make some equity happen in 2024.